Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. There it goes. Sorry, everybody. All right, that was silliness. Welcome, everybody. I went through an entire welcome speech. I said hello to everyone, but we'll start right over, and I will thank you for giving me, and I appreciate your patience. Sandrine Waite, this is your first time with TuberChat, so thank you for coming in. You stayed up for this, and hopefully you're going to get all the value that you want out of TuberChat. We are here for all YouTubers, especially those under 10,000 subscribers, so we can help you grow your channel with more friends and family members on a strong and solid foundation of loyal and dedicated supporters. So the Essence of Sonia, thank you for coming in. MAH Videos, good to see you, always early as well. PA supporting everybody everywhere. So many different creators I see PA supporting, as well as everything that I do. So I really appreciate that. And thank you for reminding everybody to thumbs up. It really does help the stream. So I appreciate that. Diaries Unlocked, it's good to have you back. Food Fight Showdown, it's always good to see you in the house. And Shay's Journey, it's a pleasure to have you in the chat once again. Unmasked Lifestyle, great to see you. And Mr. Fulton Mraz, sorry that you've lost your singing voice for today, but I'm glad to know that your watch hours are getting really close. And then Mr. Fulton Mraz always shares us out, so I appreciate that. If you have the ability on your community tab, if you have one, or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, Pinterest, or anything like that, we'll appreciate that as well. Aaron Hockey, thanks for coming in. Our members, Mr. and Mrs. Annabello, and our featured channel for today, which is Vern's Junk Closet, is here. She's a very dear friend and an extremely generous, dedicated, and loyal supporter. And creator, and I hope that everybody will connect with Vern's Junk Closet. You hear me talk about her all the time. She's got 2 channels, including the VMAX show, and we'll have a look at that in a few moments as well. Eve Belize, good to see you. And Lily Bright Creativity, I think you've been here before, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you feel welcome either way. This is, we've got a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. As long as you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen and take your time, meet people one by one, you'll find yourself with as many new friends and family members as you would like. Mick, for real, I just saw you not too long ago today, so thank you for coming in here as well. And Christy Agnes, it's great to have you inside TuberChat today. Mr. Fulton Mraz, thank you so much for letting me know that I couldn't be heard for a second there. I just had a little mic trouble, but it seems like we're all good now. Patty MD, thank you very much. And thank you, everybody else, for letting me know that we couldn't hear for a second. And Lily Bright Creativity, so you are new. So forgive me for that. But I'm glad that you're here for TuberChat for the first time. Hopefully you'll meet lots of new friends and family members. We're here to help you grow your channel on a strong and solid foundation, like I was saying. There you go, Mick, for real. We've got you on the approved users list, but your messages are still getting held, so we're going to have to look into that. And then, Right Bird, good to have you back. Thank you very much. I'm glad to see everybody is connecting and already meeting new friends and family members. Leah Timo, I just want to check and see if you have a channel. Sometimes we get people who come into TuberChat who are supporters and not so much creators, but we'll just have a quick look. Whenever I see a channel without an avatar, then I wonder. All right, we'll monitor that for a quick second. Designs by CAD Pro, thanks for coming in. Thank you for the comment on my personal channel as well. I really appreciate that. And then Michael's Adventures, thank you very much for coming in. You had hamburgers right now. We just had hot dogs for lunch. I wish I didn't like them so much, but unfortunately it seems that I do. Bright Creations, thanks for coming in. They're willing to swap playlists. If anybody wants to swap playlists in the house for the purpose of gaining watch hours, then you can simply say in the chat, I am willing to swap playlists, and other creators will reach out to you, and then you're free to make those arrangements independent, of course. Independently. Lily Bright Creativity, I will describe the entire process of how we connect in just a moment. I'm just going to welcome a few more people. And Just Living Life, thank you very much for for hanging out, and hopefully you'll get in here shortly. The Daniel Show, thanks for coming in. And then is that yeah, that's not a real account. Carrie Beth, good to see you in here. Thank you very much for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as you're still active in the chat, of course, I will get around to everyone in the chat. I'd just like to try to welcome everybody on the way in. We've got a very busy start again, so thank you, everybody, for that. Yeah, that's gone. And I think I'm just about caught up. There we go. PA, no, we didn't have $7 hot dogs today. We had normal ones. That's only when you're outside and the world is in complete disarray and you're going to restaurants and eating off hot dog carts. That's when that happens. But thank you for reminding me. And then, so thank you everybody for the thumbs up. If you can as well share, and I will appreciate that so we can get more channels in here, get found a little bit easier as tuberchat moves its way a little bit farther into the algorithm. So the way that we connect here, and I didn't want to get what I was talking. Yeah, Lily Bright Creativity. The way that we connect here is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat. It can be anybody at all. Everybody here is expecting to connect. It's not a sub for sub network. Everybody is expecting to subscribe to your channel, and they are also expecting you to subscribe to theirs. So as I continue on with the process, what we do is leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat to let them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Then give a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of the video that you're watching, and it should be a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other, and then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji of any kind next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way, and then say something about the video that you watched so that they can find your comment easily and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. And then Sandrine Waite, the way that things work here, as a matter of fact, I'll bet that most people are interested in learning about Japan. Obviously that's what your channel's about. What we do here is we connect with each other. Like I said, it's not a sub for sub network because that activity is forbidden by the YouTube community guidelines. However, everybody here is expecting to connect with your channel and subscribe to you, but they are also expecting you to subscribe to them as well. And the purpose is that we are all loyal and dedicated supporters. What we're looking for are people who are going to continue to come back to your channel over not only the coming days, but weeks, months, and hopefully eventually years, to give you the comments, views, likes, and other things we all need as growing YouTubers so that your channel can grow with a strong and solid foundation. We're all chasing our 1,000 subscribers and our 4,000 hours of watch time. But what we're really focused on here is making sure that you can meet a lot of creators and eventually have a lot of friendships that will flourish so that you can find yourself being favored by some of those creators. And every time you put a video out, you'll have true friends coming to visit your channel, support your videos, watch, give you comments, likes, and really help you as a young creator. Mick for Real's willing to swap playlists. Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo always are, of course. And it's great to see that they are using the emojis that are included with the memberships to make it a little bit easier for people to follow you on social media. So, hey, Joanna here. I hope I'm getting that right. Hey, Joanna here. I see that you came in with another account, and that's okay. What I want to let you know, though, is nobody here will connect in that way. The way that we connect here is genuine, true, loyal, and dedicated supporters. So everybody will be expecting you to use your main channel. They will be expecting you to subscribe to them with that same channel. So as long as you're okay with that, then you'll probably meet some new friends and family members here today. And it seems like you already know what you're doing anyway. It's a good idea always to say hello first. Make sure you get a reaction and then start the connection process. Lift to Eat, good to have you back. And KPJP Florida, thank you for coming in. I saw your, I have to watch after, but I saw your Star Wars. Are they brownies or cookies? I saw. So that was interesting. And then, yeah, Cedrine Waite, and anybody who's a little bit newer to TuberChat, if you have any questions, then please go ahead and ask in the chat, and I'll clarify as best I can. We're on episode number 69 today, so I tend to fly through some of my speeches fairly quickly. Ace Flaw 1, good to have you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. Gaming with White, good to see you in the house. I think this is your first time with TuberChat, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. The only thing we ask is that you take your time, meet people one by one, and you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time if you just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. For anybody that does want to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and other creators will reach out to you, and you're free to make those arrangements among yourselves independently, of course. Great to see Kristen, my love, and Kira, my BFF forever, in the house always. Kristen Welton, I got to remember. Kristen Welton is also a member. As well as a moderator. And it looks like we're all set. So hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting and meeting new friends and family members already. And thank you, The Essence of Sonia, for reminding everybody to thumbs up. And hey, Joanna here. We've been at it for a little while. It's a few months now. We stream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, unless there's a specific family engagement that I need to take a day off for. Otherwise, we're always here. And so, yeah, 69 episodes as of today. So episode number 100 is upcoming, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to do something special. I haven't quite nailed down exactly what I'm going to do, but it should be something everybody enjoys. Community Advocate Network, good to have you in here as well. So I do want to show everybody the second channel from Vern's Junk Closet. Now, first of all, I hope that you will connect with Vern if you haven't already. I know in TuberChat, a lot of people are already familiar with her, but she is a very much loved and well-respected creator. She is extremely generous. She knows very much about YouTube and especially about our community. She shares all her knowledge. She is inspirational in the creation of TuberChat. Vern is one of the generous creators that I met so long ago that inspired the idea for TuberChat. Because of her and a lot of people in her community and other people of the same mindset, I decided that a community could be built around that with my own channel, which is TuberChat here. And Vern is a perfect example of somebody who is completely selfless. She shares, like I said, all of her knowledge for the betterment, not only of each creator, but the community as a whole. And I hope that everybody here will connect with her. She's recently started a second channel, which we featured just a couple of weeks ago, and that's the VMAX Show. Vern's Junk Closet. Vern is known as the YT cheerleader, and she is as motivating, inspirational, among other things, as she would like to be. She's very much looked at that way by everybody around her. And you can see all the familiar faces in like her featured channels, collaboration list here. But now she's got her second channel, and she's already halfway to 1,000 or very close to it. So I hope everybody will connect with Vern's Junk Closet on both channels, because as you can see, for somebody with well over 4,000 subscribers, there's much to be learned from her, as well as a lot of entertainment, and you will meet tons and tons of quality, dedicated, and loyal supporters and creators as well. My BS Life, thanks for coming in. And hopefully I'm not missing anything in the chat. I'm just catching up. I look in another window. I'm very lucky I have another screen, but I keep a little window over here so that I can monitor the chat and hopefully not miss too much. But it looks like everybody's having a good time connecting and meeting new friends and family members. ARTV Vlog Channel, thank you for coming in. This is your first time with TuberChat, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like to. Just take your time, meet people one by one, follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and you will find yourself with as many friends and family members as you would like. The way that we connect here specifically, it is not a sub for sub network, but everybody is expecting to subscribe to your channel, and they are also expecting that you will subscribe to theirs. The way that we do that here is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat to let them know that you want to connect with them, and then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video while you watch, and it should be at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other, and then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji of any kind next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way, and then say something about the video that you watched so that they can find your comment easily and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. The wheel beside me is somewhat of a little game that we use here at TuberChat to feature channels. So every episode, we feature one specific channel for a few minutes when we get the live stream started. And for today, that's Vern's Junk Closet. And we're just having a look at her second channel, the VMAX Show, which has recently begun and is already being populated every week with a new video. And then as well, what happens is I have a little robot here called Botissimo. It's similar to Streamlabs or Nightbot or Stream Elements or the other ones that you see. And what it does is it keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat, and that helps me determine how everybody gets on the wheel in some kind of an order. It takes a little while, usually half an hour to 45 minutes. But once you get on the wheel is random, of course, when I spin it. When your channel comes up, if you're still in the chat, then we have a look at your channel up on the screen for a few minutes and talk about all the different things that you're doing so everybody can get an idea of your channel. So Jaden Sue is a gold member, so his channel is always on the wheel when we start every live stream. Jaden is an unbelievably loyal and dedicated supporter, generous in that he swaps playlists with people, as well as does the featured channels collaboration that I talk about all the time. This is a great collaboration that anybody can do with their channel. And what happens is when you feature channels on your front page like this, you are saying to your audience and the YouTube algorithms that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to their audience in the YouTube algorithm that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. And you can imagine the impact that that has both on the YouTube algorithms and on both of your audiences. So it's something that I recommend. If anybody here has featured TuberChat on their front page or my personal channel, then please make sure that I know so that I can return that favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels. So I'm going to add a couple of names to the wheel, and then we'll get around to spinning it again shortly. Carrie Beth is with us almost all the time. Eve Belize has been here for just about every live stream lately, as has Bright Creations and the Daniel Show. I'll add one more. We'll get Unmasked Lifestyle on the wheel. And then I will think about spinning in another moment. Me Like Watch Time. It's good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you are feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. One by one, you'll meet some new friends and family members if that's what you would like. When you're talking about watch times, there's one thing that we can do to somewhat help with that. And that is just to simply make arrangements with other creators to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours. If anybody wants me to clarify on what I mean when I talk about swapping playlists, I'll be happy to do that in a moment. RV Weekends, good to see you in the house. Hopefully you're feeling welcome as well. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Donut Toys and Games, good to see you as well. And then, like I said, the instructions are at the bottom of the screen for how we connect to each other. It's not a sub-for-sub network, but we are expecting to subscribe to your channel, and everybody will be expecting you to subscribe to theirs first. The way that things happen here is you make the first move. So you visit another channel, watch their video, give them a comment and a like, subscribe to them, and then come back and let them know that you've done that, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Christy Agnes is willing to swap playlists as well. I'm going to get you to pardon me just for a very quick second here. Kristen Welton has passed her 3,000 hours now, so she's literally on the road to 4K. So she swaps playlists. So if anybody wants to swap with her, we both actually do it all the time for people. Michael's Adventures is a wonderful supporter who does a lot more for others than he expects in return. However, he is willing to swap playlists with people. So if anybody wants to swap playlists, Michael's Adventures is something you can reach out to as well. And again, our feature channel for today was Vern's Junk Closet. So hopefully everybody will connect with her that hasn't already. And then Jaden Sue is up on the screen right now. He's a gold member, so he's always on the wheel at the start of every live stream. And the rest of our members get added to the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat. Aaron Hockey, good to have you in here. Hopefully you're meeting new friends and family members as well. And it looks like everybody's having a good time connecting already. Here's Bright Creations. They are willing to swap playlists as well. So if anybody wants to do that, you can reach out to Bright Creations. When we talk about swapping playlists, and Cedrine Waite is willing to swap as well. Basically what this means is you're just willing to run a playlist of videos for another creator, and they are willing to run a playlist of your videos. Now, if you imagine if you have a playlist that contains all of your videos, no live streams, but you might call it, Bright Creations might call it something like All of Bright Creations or Binge Watch Bright Creations or something like that. Carrie Beth is willing to swap playlists as well. She's monetized, but she's locking in those hours, so she's happy to help other people as well. And so there you go. Me Like Watch Times is willing to swap playlists as well. And the Essence of Sonya. So RV Weekends, almost everybody in the chat's willing to do it. So hopefully everybody here will meet some new friends by doing that. The main benefit that you get is by increasing your watch hours, because if you can get a lot of different creators to run a playlist for you, and you can run at least one for everybody else every day, you will find yourself, or at least one creator per day you're running a playlist for, you'll see how your hours really stack up. But the real benefit, and the reason why I focus on it so much here at TuberChat, is because it's a great way to get a friendship started. Once you have traded favors with somebody, you will find yourself being favored by them when you put out new videos and new content for them to come and watch and support you, and you will find yourself favoring them as well. So what I keep saying lately all the time is, imagine if you had 100 true friends, and I know we're after 1,000 subscribers, but when I'm talking about 100 people who would truly come, were interested in your success, really wanted to watch you succeed, and came back and watched your videos and gave you comments and likes, so that every video you put out would get a head start of 100 views, Wouldn't that be something? And swapping playlists with people is a great way to get those friendships started. I'm very lucky. I have a lot of creators that reach out to me now on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, where we're able to have conversations and share knowledge for the betterment of everybody. So Bright Creations, yes, you're very welcome. And you did just say you were, what was your, 200 away. 200 away, so you have 800. Or are you talking about 200 hours away? Maybe you're talking 200 hours, because I think, yeah, you just said to me that you had, yeah, of course, you have 3,500 subscribers. So Bright Creations is only 200 hours away, and just a couple of days ago, they were letting me know that they were 400 hours away. So you can see those hours really stacking up. My bet is that you're going to have it this week. So yeah, just please keep at it. Keep swapping with people. Bright Creations is aggressively working on hours, so you can reach out to them as well. And then, okay, me like watch times. That's you're not going to enjoy yourself here at TuberChat then, because here at TuberChat we are very focused on other people more so than ourselves. So you probably won't have a good time here, and I have to take care of that outside. That's unfortunate. I can't expect everybody to want to do things the way that we do it, but it's still hard to hear. I'm just handling something in another window here. But hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting and meeting new friends and family members. What is that? Oh, pardon me, everybody, for a quick second. Okay, pardon me for that. We're back. Let me, this is Bright Creations. Hopefully everybody has connected with them or is in the process of connecting with them. YouTube seems to be glitching, and we find ourselves sometimes with messages not coming through. So here's Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo. This is one of our members, and so as soon as I see them in the chat, of course, they get added to the wheel right away. I'm not going to change the way that I run the live streams here at TuberChat because we're monetized now. We're still going to do everything we always do. It's always going to be free. The only difference is that in the case of Super Chats and memberships, we will let people skip the line and get either onto the wheel or onto the screen right away. That's all. Adrian Villeneuve. Oh, I don't want to mispronounce that again. Adrian Villanueva Vlogs. Thank you for coming back in. It's great to have you back. Hopefully you're going to meet some new friends and family members. Thank you for coming in. And Cedrine Waite seems to be having a good time meeting people, which is great. And then if anybody has any questions about the things that I am talking about, just please ask in the chat. I'll be happy to answer as best I can. And Adrienne, everybody's willing to bake, so please don't be shy. The best idea here is always to reach out to other people. So Mr. and Mrs. Annabalo hit their 1K. You just did it yesterday, and you're already well ahead with 30 more. My goodness, or at least that much. That's really good news. My gosh, you must have been working hard either yesterday or this morning. But that's really great news. Thank you for sharing that, because Mr. and Mrs. Annabalo didn't take very long to get that far at all, because they have been coming to TuberChat since finding us, but it's only been a few short weeks ago. So we've been able to see that climb, and it's great to know that you crossed the mark. I know we all look forward to it, so I hope it's as great a feeling for you as you're hoping. I'm curious how your hours are. I know you're willing to swap playlists with people, so if anybody wants to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you can reach out to Mr. and Mrs. Annabalo for sure. Lovable Rogue, good to have you back in the house as well. Thanks for coming in. And then for those of you who are a little bit newer to TuberChat, you're probably got the hang of everything already. However, a lot of times we have to say silly things in the chat. So we talk about baking cookies or leaving packages or visiting your house and stuff like that. It all means the same thing. It means that we have been to your channel, watched a video, left you a comment, and subscribed to you, and hopefully given a like as well. And so we are expecting you to do the same now. So that's all that means. It all means the same thing, because we don't specifically say I am subscribing to you and I would like you to subscribe back. And then my BS Life, Nightbot to the next live. You use StreamYard for the first time. Yeah, I was there for the first at least little while on your first live stream, and you did fantastically. I saw you actually had a lot of people for your first live stream. I was impressed. Nightbot is very easy. You just go to Nightbot TV. I'll show you nightbot.tv, and you can just click sign up, and it will let you log in with YouTube. But I'm already logged in, so it works for me very easily. One of the things you're going to want to do is go to commands, and especially the default commands. You want to disable everything so that people who know what they're doing can't come in your chat and just start sending Nightbot doing things on you. And then as well, timers is probably one of the things that you're looking for. So for instance, because Jaden is a gold member, his link is dropped by Nightbot automatically every 30 minutes or so. 29 minutes, but who's counting, right? And anyway, so it's that easy. It's that easy to hook that thing up. You'll be off to the races in just a few minutes, as a matter of fact. And then Jaden's going to have a new video, which is great. Donut Toys and Games is talking to Adrienne. I just wonder if there's something that I missed. I'm so sorry if there's anything that I missed in the chat. If there's any questions that I missed, I certainly don't mean to. I appreciate your patience, but hopefully you will re-ask for me so that I can catch it. Donut Toys and Games was reaching out to Adrienne Villanueva Vlogs, and then if there's something I can answer about tags, I'll do my best, that's for sure. Lady C. Russell, thank you for coming in. And then Eve Belize has also made 1K. That's good news. As soon as we get your channel up, we're going to be able to have a look at that. But that's fantastic. This is what I'm talking about when, you know, it's a community and eventually it becomes friends and starts to feel like family, where you see so many people that you actually want to succeed. You start to care and genuinely feel like joy sharing with people as they hit their milestones and as their channels grow and things like that. But it's wonderful when we can all do it together. We see people left and right getting monetized, getting their 1,000 subscribers, and it's a wonderful feeling for everybody, especially when you've been able to see the work that everybody's put into it as well. So hopefully we're going to see a lot more of that, but when we get Eve Belize's channel up here, we're going to be able to see that as well. In Rachel's Place is in the house. Forgive me, I didn't see you when you first came in, and but let's get you on the wheel right away. And Rachel's Place is another member. Pardon me. I'm going to spin. We'll get another channel up. And Black Nuru Diaries, thanks for coming in again. Oh, yeah. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Annabella, I bet you that a lot of people in the chat that even that have been with us for a little while here at TuberChat don't know. Even I work full-time 3 days a week. So I actually work more because half of my full-time job is doing YouTube channels for other people anyway. But for 3 days a week, I have to go out and work. I actually work in construction, if you can believe it. And, you know, I do what everybody has to do. We fight our way through our full-time jobs. That's what affords me the time to be able to spend here. Otherwise, I'd be doing TuberChat 7 days a week. But that's why we're limited. But we all do it, and that's what makes it even more rewarding, I think, when you know you're limited for time. And it's, you know, it starts as a side hustle, and you push, and then you start to see it work and grow. Chess and Chris, thank you very much. That is absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. Your generous super chat again. Thank you so much for doing that. Oh, sorry. Hey, oh, Chase and Chris, did I miss one? I did. I'm so sorry, Shay's Journey. I missed your super chat. I'm sorry. Thank you also for that. That's very generous of you both, and thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Forgive me. I get so behind in the chat sometimes, right? But thank you very much. Gecko MC, thanks for coming back in. Hopefully you're going to meet some new friends and family members today. And let's get you both onto the wheel. Shay's Journey. And Chase and Chris. There you are. I do things in other windows. That's why you see me jumping back and forth here. The Daniel Show has been with us for almost every live stream since they've found us just a few weeks ago. So thank you for coming back in. And the Daniel Show recently got their 1,000 subscribers as well. So this is what I mean. It's great when we can look around and see friends and people we've been connecting with for a little while, watch the work that everybody's been put in, and then see it start to pay off. So thank you very much. Jason, Chris, I just finally read what you said there. Remember my wisdom. Thank you very much for saying that. What I wish is that you know, like I said, half my full-time job is running channels for other people as well. I consult and I run a few and I produce a lot of videos and this and that, as well as my own stuff. But I learn from creators of all sizes every single day, both in and outside of TuberChat. And what I wish to do is just share that knowledge here so that you can add it to what you already know and what you're going to continue to learn so that you can make the best decisions for your own channels. Because there are a lot of universal truths for all of us, but there are many different things that are different for every individual creator. And I want you to be able to make your own best decisions. And then, so forgive me, I get way back in the chat. Black Nuru Diaries, I'm always doing great. So thank you for asking. Hopefully you are too. Unicorn Girl Marin, thank you for coming in. I think this is your first time with TuberChat, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Burgundy and Gold fan all day, thank you for coming in. You're going to be our featured channel for Monday, so we have that to look forward to. And let me see what else we've got going on. I'm glad everybody is having a good time meeting new friends and family members. Johnny and Claire TV, good to see you back in. Thank you very much. And then Unicorn, we have, I'll describe the process we use for connecting here in TuberChat. When we have, pardon me. When we're about to connect with somebody, we leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat to let them know that you want to connect with them, and then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms, and then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video of at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review and caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji of any kind next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way, and then say something about the video that you watched so that they can go back and find your comment easily, and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Business Basics with Mr. Long, thanks for coming in. You are ready to run some playlists for people, so that's great. You can swap right away. Hopefully people will reach out to you for that as well. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. If anybody wants to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and you will find other creators reaching out to you for the purpose of doing that. And you're free to make those arrangements among yourselves, of course, independently. So the Daniel Show is here. They've been with us again and again. You see a lot of familiar faces on their featured channels list. Luckily, TuberChat is also included there, so we've got them on our front page as well. So thanks for coming in again, the Daniel Show. Let me spin the wheel and we'll get another channel up here. So now we're going to look at Eve Belize, another creator that recently crossed their 1,000 subscribers. So you see what I mean? We're seeing this left and right. We're seeing it all the time. And then Jaden is willing to swap playlists as well. Here's Eve Belize. So your subscriber numbers are not public, but that's okay. Letting us know that you've got your 1,000 is fantastic news. And so we're happy to see that. And then you've obviously got a lot of dynamic content for people to check out when they first connect with you. The way that the wheel works is it usually takes anywhere from half an hour, sometimes 45 minutes or an hour to get on the wheel. I have a robot that helps me with that called Botissimo. It's similar to Nightbot and Streamlabs and Stream Elements that you're familiar with already. And once you get on the wheel is random, of course, when it spins. But when your name comes up, then we put your channel on the screen and talk about it for a few minutes if that's what you would like. The only difference is when we have, in the case of Jason, Chris, and Shay's Journey here, a couple of super chatters, then we add their, we let them skip the line and get onto the wheel right away. And then so otherwise, hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. And then Community Advocate Network is willing to swap playlists, but they're not going to be here for much longer. So if you want to reach out to them right away, you can. And then, yeah, so the ideal is for those of us with Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, things like that, we can always reach out to each other, even email or something like that, if you want to make those playlist arrangements. But if necessary, if you don't really use a lot of other social media, you could just make the arrangements here. You could just say, okay, I'm going to run you tomorrow. You run me tomorrow. Tell the person the playlist that you want them to run. And then the best practice is always to leave a comment, at least on the very first video that you're watching, maybe the last one as well, or running, I should say, running. And a comment maybe on the last one if you can when it finishes. Some creators ask for proof, so that's understandable. You just take a simple screenshot or a screen video if you know how to do that with your phone, showing that all the red lines are there, the progress bars. Designs by Cadro. No, absolutely not. So thank you for asking, because that's a very important question. No, TuberChat is monetized now. We just got monetized over a week ago, and we do have memberships unlocked already. So we're not going to change anything to do with the live streams at all. Everything's still going to be free. I'm not going to hold anything back. We're still going to operate the wheel the way we always do. The only difference is in the case of super chats or memberships, we will let people skip the line and get onto the wheel right away or onto the screen right away, something like that. But other than that, I'm still using Bottissimo. We're still going to put up all kinds of channels, and nobody's obligated to do anything like that. I want to make sure that everything that we're doing is available to everyone. Mick for real willing to swap MAH videos. I'm always good. Hopefully you are too. And hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. I have a habit of falling behind, but that's okay. So Eve Belize, I'm glad we got to have a look at your channel. It's great news that you have passed your 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully we'll get your hours going as well. And Carrie Beth is coming up now. Carrie Beth is somebody who's been connected to me for many months. It's getting on 7 or 8 months now, I think, beyond somewhere around December or January of this year, and continues to come back, and now even to TuberChat. She recently became monetized, but is still willing to swap playlists with people so that she can lock her hours in and help others as well. Lenise TV, thank you for coming in. I think this is your first time with TuberChat, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like in the chat. If you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen and meet people one by one, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Specifically, this is not a sub for sub network. However, everybody is expecting to subscribe to your channel, and they are expecting you to subscribe to theirs as well, but first. And so the way that we do that is we... forgive me. I'll describe the process of how we connect to each other, but Mr. and Mrs. Annabello has a question. So is there a reason why sometimes the red lines are not shown in some videos after they've been watched? And YouTube does a lot of glitching. There's lots and lots of glitching that happens. Sometimes messages don't come through. As a matter of fact, one day Kristen and I woke up, and if you can imagine, she was not subscribed to TuberChat or my channel. How ridiculous is that? We've been together almost 5 years, and we lived together for most of that time. But sometimes it's that. The other thing, too, is in my case, what I often have done is let a playlist run. Like, for instance, you see how I connect with new people here in TuberChat. I will add a video to the watch later list and connect with them afterwards. And what happens is I will let a playlist run, but if I go back to comment on videos that I did not previously comment on, the red line goes back to just a little piece. So that's a possibility. Different web browsers and cache settings and things like that can affect it as well. Sometimes it's just a glitch. Sometimes you go onto a channel and you see that no videos have been watched. Like, for instance, Carrie Beth, we recently swapped and recently swapped again. I did clear my watch history, but I thought that that was before we swapped. But either way, maybe not. So I swapped with Carrie a couple of times when it was proper time to be swapping a second time, like 45 days or something. But I recently cleared my watch later, or my watch history. That can affect it as well. So sometimes going back to a video will make the red line not look complete. And then otherwise, a lot of the time, it's just glitching. Forgive me, we had a new channel come in. Romaine General, thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. Oh, okay, I gotta be careful here. We don't do self-promotion here, so that's unfortunate. Self-promotion is against the YouTube community guidelines, so we always have to be careful of that. And then, hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. The way that we connect here is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat. That lets them know that you want to connect with them, and then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long. And then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. It should be at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way. And then say something about the video that you watched so that they can find your comment easily and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Mr. Fulton Miraz will have a new video coming up, so that's great. And then Romaine General, we just want to make sure that you, so I see you're saying you left a cake, so probably you are hip to the jive and understand what we're all doing here. And Study Quail, we also, by asking everybody if they want to dance, you're probably well aware of the way that we connect with everybody, so that's great. And then we just want to make sure everybody understands, while this is not a sub for sub network, everybody is expecting to connect to subscribe to your channel, and they are also expecting you to subscribe to their channel. They are expecting you to go first. The best idea here is always to make the first move. We believe wholeheartedly in doing more for others than we expect to have done for us, and that is what makes the community around here work. And so as long as you're okay with that, then you'll be fine and meet new friends and family members. And then Study Quail and forgive me, there was another new channel, Romaine General. So the way that we connect, we say a lot of different things here. Like, for instance, we're baking cakes or cookies, or we're leaving packages, or we're visiting people's houses. It all means the same thing. It means I have been to your channel, I have watched a video, I have left a comment for you, and I have subscribed, and hopefully a like as well. And then I'm expecting you to do the same thing for me. That's what it means. It basically just means I've subscribed to you, I'm waiting for you to subscribe to me. But it's very important that we follow the full procedure. Otherwise, YouTube can purge and delete the connection for you. And what happens then, I don't want anybody to come here and meet 10 or 20 new family members and then tomorrow find half of them gone because one of the two people did not fulfill the obligation. So again, specifically, the way that we connect here is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat. That lets them know that you want to connect with them, and then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms, and leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. And it should be at least a couple of full sentences long so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji of any kind next to their name. That lets them know that you have secured that connection the right way. And then say something about the video that you watched so that they can go back and find your comment easily and quickly. And then they will turn around and do the same thing for your channel. McCoy Family Channel, thank you for coming in. So it looks like everybody's having a good time connecting. I should just make a point to let everybody know, if there's ever anything you need me to address in the chat that can't be said out loud, for instance, other creators not connecting properly or anything like that, of course, I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that tuberchat is absolutely authentic. So you can reach out to me on Instagram at tuberchat. It's all one word. And then just let me know if something is up, and I'll be happy to have a look and see what to do about that in the chat. But it looks like everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. This is in Rachel's place, another generous member who has joined the channel. Thank you very much for that. She also swaps playlists with people, recently has hit her 1,000 subscribers, and has the featured channels collaboration going on with a lot of familiar faces here, like Kay Renee, Just Living Life, Carrie Beth, and of course, tuberchat is there as well. I love talking about the featured channels collaboration because it's something anybody can do with their channel, and it's a great way to get a friendship started. And when you feature channels on your front page like this, you're basically saying to your audience and to the YouTube algorithm that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you back, they are saying to their audience and the YouTube algorithms that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithms. And so I recommend it for everybody. Many different channels have featured tuberchat on their front page. If you have done that and I don't know about it, please make sure that I know so that I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that on both channels. The other thing that we want to remember is when you're leaving comments for creators while we're connecting here, you want to make sure your comments are not 1 or 2 words. They should be full sentences, at least a couple of sentences. What will happen is if your comments are too short, YouTube might look at that as spam and then delete the connection tomorrow. So you might be upset because you think somebody unsubscribed from you, but that's not what happened. If you're not leaving genuine, meaningful comments, you might find that you're losing subscribers, but that's the reason that it's happening. Both people on both sides of the connection have to do it fully and completely. Mr. and Mrs. Annabello, thank you for reminding everybody to thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. It really does help the stream. And then Eve Belize was asking, how do you join? If you're on a Apple device, it's difficult because Apple wants to take, Apple charges like a fee of 30% on everything that they do. So YouTube doesn't allow people to join channels on iPhones and iPads that I know of. So you may not be seeing that if you're using one of those, but if you're on a computer or an Android device, there should be a join button that goes through the details of the memberships, and then it's just a simple transaction. But thank you for asking. Call for Insan. Hopefully I've pronounced that right. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not welcoming you earlier. I know you're a new connection for tuberchat, so thank you for coming and visiting. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. Just meet people one by one. Take your time, and you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time, if that's what you would like. The instructions are always at the bottom of the screen. I just had a look at your channel. You're a pro gamer, #1 in GTA 5. I love GTA. So hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members here, and I'll be looking forward to seeing what you've got going on your channel as well. Coach Sherry, thank you for coming in. Well, it's great to see you here. And it looks like everybody's having a good time connecting. That was fast. that was really, really fast. Eve Belize, thank you so much for joining the membership on the channel. I really do appreciate that. So since you've done that, I'm going to add your channel to the screen right away, and then from now on, when you come to tuberchat, as soon as I see you, you'll get on the wheel right away. So thank you very much for this. You also have access to, of course, loyalty badge that's automatic beside your name, and then the extra emojis, which will make it a little bit easier for everybody to follow you on other social networks if you have them. But thank you very much for this. I really do appreciate the support, and we get a chance to have a look at Eve Belize's channel again. I'm happy to give you another few minutes of time there, because Eve Belize has been back with us again and again since finding tuberchat not too long ago, actually, just a few weeks. But as I was saying, you've got a lot of dynamic content here for people to check out. And I do talk about thumbnails when I see them like this, where you've got expressive close-ups on the thumbnails. If it's appropriate, that's a great way to design thumbnails. It can really make your videos and your titles clickable when people have something like that to look at. All of the big names like Sean Cannell, Sonny Lenarduzzi, Roberto Blake, and all their friends, they all recommend the same things, which is to have thumbnails that look very similar to what Yves Belize is doing here. So it's good to see that you're doing well. Hopefully you're working on your hours as well. And hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. Mercy Jack, thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome and meeting new friends and family members as well. I agree. Let's roll. Everybody in the house is willing to do that, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat. Just if you don't mind, meet people one by one. And take your time. And if you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with as many friends and family members as you would like. Tanisha Armstrong, thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're going to meet some friends and family members here as well. I always leave the instructions at the bottom of the screen, but everybody in the chat is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like to. Just please take your time, meet people one by one. You'll find as many friends and family members as you'd like. So I'm going to spin. We'll get another channel up, and then I will add a few more channels to the wheel. Here's Chasing Chris. Thank you again for your generous super chat again. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate the support, and what that allows is Chasing Chris was just able to skip the line and get onto the wheel right away today. Usually I use my robot to keep track of how active everybody is, and that's how we put channels on the screen. There's It's Be Once Then Yes Honey. Thanks for coming in. It's Been Once Then Yes Honey is a very much loved and well-respected member of the community, has been with tuberchat since episode number 1. And I think they were even here for a test stream. So they've been here for 70 episodes. So thank you very much. It's Been Once Then Yes Honey, of course, a previously featured channel as well. So Chasing Chris has got a lot of dynamic content as well. I'm glad to see you've got a trailer up there happening, but you've got obviously a handful of different stuff for us to see. You even just put up a video today, which is great. You're actually posting quite frequently, which is good to see. This is the video on which we connected not too long ago. Yeah, so you got a handful of different stuff here, which is great. Hopefully everybody will connect with Chasing Chris who hasn't already. And it looks like everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members in the chat. Pardon me. Wonder what game that is. Is that the name of the game, At Trail Run? I haven't seen that before. I don't think I've ever seen that. But you got a lot of good stuff here, obviously. McCoy Fam Channel. Everybody wants to bake, so by all means, you can reach out to anybody that you'd like to. Mahi Ethiopian, thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. I think this is your first time with tuberchat. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Specifically, the way that we connect. Jaden, don't worry about moderating. Thank you. Wonston's always good. See, what I'm very lucky about here in the chat is everybody in tuberchat is so respectful, and I'm very, very lucky because I think most people have come here, have been in other live streams like this before anyway, but even for the newcomers, everybody's so respectful. So we don't have to worry about a lot of the spam that we have to worry about in other live streams, like numbers. We always spell our numbers. Don't use too many emojis. Don't use all capital letters. So when a little bit of it happens, then it's fine. We haven't had any trouble with that. Last podcast before the world explodes. Thanks for coming in. Always good to see you. So thank you. Vern's Junk Closet is back in the house. And Jaden Sue has a premiere coming up later, maybe. And then, Mahi Ethiopian. So specifically, the way that we connect here is to reach out to anybody in the chat one by one, and you leave a single emoji in the chat here next to their name to let them know that you want to connect with them, and then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms, and then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video of at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way. And then say something about the video that you watched so that they can go back and find your comment easily and turn around and do the same thing for your channel. And Jaden, I appreciate all that you do. So thank you very much. And then let me see if I can find what you're looking for last podcast. Let me spin. I'll get another channel up here. And then we will... and Study Quill, yes, everybody wants to connect, so please don't be shy. The best idea here is always to go first. And then when you have supported another creator, they will turn around and do the same thing for you. That's how we do it here at TuberChat. Unmasked Lifestyle is back again. This is another channel that's been back again and again. Another one that I always talk about because her thumbnails here are spectacular, in my opinion. So, yes, I was looking for a link for last podcast. I missed my channel here. Social Couplepreneur, good to see you back in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully you're going to meet some new friends and family members today. And then host would know why your channel showed red on the screen. I don't know if I know what you mean, Unmasked Lifestyle. So I had no trouble finding Romaine General last podcast, but that's okay. I will get the link. Maybe just the spelling there with the word with J instead of a G. Anyway, there's the link if anybody was looking for Romaine General and having trouble. Yeah, sorry, Unmasked Lifestyle. I'm not sure what you mean by your channel looking red. And then Zelda Master John, good to see you in the house. Where did your question go? Yeah, Unmasked Lifestyle. Channel shows red. Yeah, forgive me. I don't know what you mean. If you don't mind just elaborating, and then I'll see what I could do about answering, hopefully. And then I will add some names to the wheel right now. Lift to Eat. Diaries Unlocked. The Essence of Sonia, a previously featured channel who is with us every live stream. Did we look at Bright Creations today? Yo, it's your boy Leo. Thanks for coming in. Tanisha Armstrong, I'm not sure if I know what you mean when you say, was it your channel, unless you were doing a text-to-speech or something and say, visit your channel. I hope not. The Waste of Time Podcast. Good to see you in the house. That's a really interesting name, but I think I've said that before. Bright Creations. I don't know if we looked at your channel. Sandrine White. And Unmasked Lifestyle is willing to swap playlists as well as does the feature channels collaboration. Aviator Zero, thank you for coming in. Yo to you too. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. I think this is your new channel. Oh, showing red. I'm not sure what you mean, Tanisha Armstrong, or Unmasked Lifestyle. No, Unmasked Lifestyle was asking why their channel would be showing red, but I don't know.
Is it because people are tagging them in the chat?
Yes. Okay, I see what you mean. Oh, forgive me. So if somebody uses the @ symbol, so I'll do it right now, as a matter of fact. So if I go Unmasked Lifestyle and I do it properly with the @ symbol and I copy every letter perfectly, which the computer does it for me actually, then I'm just leaving a message from my personal channel there for Unmasked Lifestyle. And then as well, I could do it for Tanisha. And you will see that, yeah, it comes up. It's actually orange, but either way, orange, red, whatever it is. That's what causes that. And what it's for is so that if a chat is moving very quickly, you can identify right away if somebody's reaching out to you. It's hard to do on a phone because you got to type it out. But on a computer, it's a little bit easier. I thought I just had a message come through. Oh, okay. And then pardon me. I think hopefully that's what you meant. Yo, it's your boy Leo. The Ange TV show. Everybody here wants to bake, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. You'll meet lots of new friends and family members. If we just take our time, meet people one by one, follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up. And then specifically, the way that we connect here is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat. That lets them know that you want to connect with them, and then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long. That's so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, and it should be at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and leave a double emoji next to their name in the chat here to let them know that you've finished securing that connection the right way. And then say something about the video that you watched so that they can turn around and find your comment easily, and then do the same process for your channel. We say a lot of silly things here in the chat. For those of you who are newer to TuberChat and newer to growth streams, we are not a sub for sub network, but we are expecting to subscribe to your channel, and everybody will be expecting you to subscribe to theirs as well, one by one. And the object is you always go first, and then people will return the love to you. So when we say we're baking cookies or dancing or visiting your house, what we're talking about is, I have been to your channel, I have watched a video, I have left a comment, I have subscribed to you, and now I'm waiting for you to do the same for me. It all means the same thing. So again, you just want to always not be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat. Everybody wants to connect with you. And then the best idea, like I said, is always to go first. You connect with somebody else, give them all the things that you would like, come back, let them know that you've done it, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. Ferdinand Surge, thank you very much for reminding everybody to thumbs up as well. And pardon me for a quick second. And then, so again, just to make sure everybody knows what we're doing, everybody's on the same page. So when we're saying things like we left somebody a cake and things like that, you must have gone to their channel, watched a short video. Yeah, I think so. Romaine, I'm going to time you out right now because you're moving too fast. There's no way you can be watching minute-long videos that quickly. If you want to reach out to me on Instagram, the word is tuberchat. It's all one word. And then I'll be happy to describe the process in detail because we're not just chasing subscribers here. It's not going to work. And you can let me know that you understand and that you want to support other people as much as you want to be supported, and then we'll be all good. Ferdinand, everybody's willing to bake, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to. The best idea is always to go first. You reach out to other creators, do all the things that you want from them for them, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. Crystal Renee, thank you for coming in. You're never late. I appreciate every moment everybody spends here at TuberChat. I'm just going to make sure that you get right into the wheel, of course, because you are a member. And thank you very much, my BS Life. Thank you so much. Kevin King, good to see you here. Thank you very much for coming in. I wonder if that's the same Kevin King that that a lot of people in the community know as well. We haven't crossed paths yet, but I have a feeling that I already know who you are. So thank you for coming in. Thank you for reminding everybody to thumbs up. It's very similar because my name is Kevin K. Your name is Kevin King. I'm sure it's easy to confuse that, but hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members here. Everybody in the chat is willing to connect, of course. So please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like to. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and you are willing to make the first move, you will find yourself with as many friends and family members as you'd like. It always comes red when people put it on. I wonder if that's what you mean, Unmasked Lifestyle. Is that what you mean when you mean show red? Is that what you mean when I do what I'm doing here and I type your name? I just left a message for you there from my personal channel. And then, yes, Kevin King, everybody here is willing to show real love, but the only thing different about TuberChat is that we insist that you make the first move. So instead of a lot of times in growth streams like this, people might say, okay, come and get me and I'll return to you. That's absolutely incorrect here. The way that we do it is we go and support another channel first and then wait for them to come back to us. No, okay, so that I'm going to remove that message, because that's exactly what I mean. We don't do return. We don't tell everybody, like, go to my channel, do what I want, and then I'll return. It's the opposite here. And what you'll find as you hear me telling stories about the channels that come through the chat, and especially the ones I put on the screen, what kind of a community we have here, where it starts to become actual friendships. It starts to become an actual family. Where people are very much vested in each other's success. And we are very focused on loyal and dedicated supporters. But like I said, I think you are already very much well-versed in this particular community, which is good. The only thing, again, is just that I insist on it be done that way because it's working out for us. And you'll see, while we have a lot of creators. Yeah, that's what it is. So Unmasked Lifestyle, it's just because if they type your name with an @ symbol before it, it will come up red. Just like if somebody was to type, if I type in the chat from the TuberChat account, you'll see that it comes up yellow. And that's so that you can see right away that the host of a live stream has said something. except that I can't seem to spell properly, but that's okay. So that's all that is. It's meant so that when a chat is very busy. Oh, and thank you very much, Kevin King, for turning on the bell. We stream 4 times a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then, yeah, so Unmasked Lifestyle. So yeah, if somebody types your name because they're specifically speaking to you, then it will come up orange or red in the chat. And that's just so that you can identify it very quickly, so that when the chat is really flying by quickly, then it's not hard for you. You don't miss anything. It's hard for people to do on a phone because they have to type it out character for character. So a lot of times people just don't do it. They just type, like, you know, they might call you unmasked, right? Or lifestyle or something like that. But if they're on a computer or a device where it's easy to do, then they can just type a couple of characters and it happens. As a matter of fact, I'll show you how it's done. So here, now I'm in the chat for this live stream and it looks like we're caught up. So if I just type an @ symbol and UN, you see how your name comes up here automatically. YouTube does that for me, and then I can either click on it or hit enter. The name is there, and then I can add a message, and that's what causes that to happen. Now, on my particular screen here, I have all this green, but that's because I'm using a plugin that allows me to click on people's names and get directly to their channel. Pardon me for one quick second. Yeah, Coach Sherry, it can be challenging to do that. I have a harder time on a phone when I have to be away from a computer, connecting with people. For that reason, sometimes they don't see. And thank you, Kevin King, for reminding everybody to thumbs up. It's interesting to so let me spin the wheel. Let me get another channel up. That's Diaries Unlocked. They've got a lot of dynamic content for us. This is another channel that's been back with us again and again since finding TuberChat. And then Romaine General, hopefully you're having a good time meeting new friends and family members. I don't focus a lot of time on worrying about how many thumbs up we have on the live streams, but thumbs up always do help the stream. And it is interesting to notice as the chat goes on and different people come in, TuberChat's at the point now we get 1 or 2 thumbs down on every live stream. It's interesting to see the different channels that come into the chat and then notice when the thumbs down happen. But it's something I try to be aware of. Almost comical, to be honest with you. But there's Bright Creations. This is another channel that's been back with TuberChat again and again for quite some time, as a matter of fact. A previously featured channel from TuberChat, and somebody who's willing to swap playlists. So with well over 3,000 subscribers and on their way to 4,000, there's obviously much to be learned from this channel, but they're only a couple hundred hours away from their 4,000. So if anybody's looking to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you can absolutely say in the chat, I am willing to swap playlists, and you will find other creators reaching out to you right away, and you're free to make those arrangements independently, of course. MCM Kitchen, MCM Kitchen. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. Forgive me, we deleted your first message there just because we don't do self-promotion here. So you can't just ask people to bake with you. Everybody here is willing to bake. It's great that you already know how that works. But in tuberchat, we always insist on making the first move. So what happens is you will go visit another channel, watch their video, leave them a comment, subscribe to them, hopefully give them a thumbs up as well, and then come back into the chat here and let them know that you've done that, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. And so it looks like everybody's having a good time meeting new friends and family members. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. So again, the best idea is always to go first. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like to. The only thing that we ask is that you take your time, meet people one by one, and you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. In the meantime, I should ask everybody, if you haven't already, then please do give a thumbs up. I know if you're on a phone, it's a little bit harder to do. You have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, and it really does help. So I'll absolutely appreciate that. And then if you have the ability to share, whether it's on your community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or anything like that, I'll appreciate that as well, because it helps push tuberchat a little bit farther into the algorithms so that we can meet more creators and get found easier, and then we can maximize our impact for everyone. So again, if anybody's willing to swap playlists, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and other creators will reach out to you. Aviator Zero, everybody in the chat is willing to bake. So the best idea is always to go first. You reach out to somebody else, visit their channel, and then once you've watched a video, left a comment, a thumbs up, and subscribe to them, you come back here and let them know that you've done that, and then they will be happy to turn around and do the same thing for your channel. And Kevin King, yes, there are a lot of amazing channels in the chat, lots of loyal and dedicated supporters. I'll spin the wheel. We'll pull another channel up on the screen. This is Crystal Renee, one of our members. She just recently became a member, so thank you again for that. It's always good to see you. And then what happens is, in the case of memberships and super chats, we just let people skip the line and get on the wheel right away. So since Crystal is a member, as soon as you get to a tuberchat live stream and I see you, you go on the wheel right away. And she has got a lot of dynamic content, even though this is a very new channel, already halfway to the first 100 subscribers. So hopefully we'll push you a little bit farther there. And you've obviously got a handful of different content here, including a recently updated intro. So you did an intro in the first place, then you updated it already. So you're very active, which is great. I'm going to get you to pardon me for 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, everybody. Thank you for that. Pardon me for stepping aside for a second there. Jay's Off-Brand TV, thanks for coming back in. I always appreciate when you're here. And then the Waste of Time podcast is the best because when I see people interacting with you, I can't help but chuckle when Romaine says, "The waste of time, I just left you a cake." It just looks funny to me. But obviously, you've got something that sticks in people's minds, so it is a great name no matter how you look at it. Kid Wonders Gaming and Live Stream is the second channel from Kid Wonders Life of Wonder. Thank you for coming in. One of the first channels to ever be featured on TuberChat. I think that, as a matter of fact, if I remember, we were just talking about this. But Kid Wonders Life of Wonder, I think, was featured on episode number 2. I should add our moderators to the wheel. It's B. Wanston, Yes Honey, and Kira Walton. I'll think about adding some more names shortly. And Kevin King, I'm glad you're having a good time. I'm hoping that you're not moving too fast because we definitely want to make sure everybody is connecting genuinely. And then hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. So that is, yeah. If anybody in the chat has any concern or something they feel I need to address, like a particular creator not connecting properly or leaving the packages that they say they're leaving, for instance, you can always reach out to me on Instagram at tuberchat, all one word. Of course, I will appreciate it. And then I will have a look and see if there's anything that needs to be addressed in the chat. We always want to make sure everybody is on the same page and connecting genuinely. So now we're going to look at Kira Welton. This is my BFF forever. For those of you who saw Kristen Welton earlier, this is her daughter. We all live together in Niagara Falls, Canada. And Kira has her own channel. She's doing her own thing. She's got a lot of dynamic content here, including some unboxings, some flight lessons, and recently some video game live streams, including a classic Street Fighter and a couple of Minecraft live streams as well. So she's got her own channel, doing her own thing, and hopefully she'll be keeping it up with a lot of dynamic content for us to check out in the future as well. The way that the wheel works here, for those of you who are a little bit newer to TuberChat, it takes about half an hour, sometimes 45 minutes, maybe even an hour to get on the wheel. I use a robot here called Botissimo. It's similar to Nightbot, Streamlabs, or Stream Elements that keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat. And it lets me decide how to put the wheel in order. Once you get on the wheel, of course, it is random. But when I spin and your channel comes up, then we put your channel on the screen and have a look at it for a few minutes if you're still here. So maybe I'll move a little bit faster. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. There's Sandrine Waite, who's been here since the beginning of today's live stream and is a new connection for TuberChat. Oh, did you recently change your name? Is that what happened here? Let's just have a look. I got to see if I can... Yeah, that's it. I knew by the avatar. You must have recently changed your name because, you saw in the search results there, it came up as a different name, and then now it's back. Thank you, Kevin King. So Sandrine Waite is well over 500 subscribers. You got that nice and locked in. You're well on your way, halfway to the magic number that we are all looking for. Over the course of the next couple of weeks, your name will come up properly in the search results again, so you don't have to be concerned about that. And luckily, people can match by your avatar anyway. But you've obviously got a good handful of information. There's obviously much to be learned from you. I like the idea of this, starting a YouTube channel in Jamaica, because that's extremely niched. There's lots of us doing, how to start a YouTube channel and things like that, but you're reaching a specific audience there, which is great. And then as well, helping people with their thumbnails and branding watermarks is a good idea as well. Thank you, Kevin King, for reminding everybody to thumbs up. Yes, if you haven't already. Every interaction helps the stream, helps us with many different things, including getting farther into the algorithm so that we can be found easier and meet more and more creators and maximize our impact. Yeah, thank you, Lady C. Russell. Luckily, I noticed it right away and figured what must have happened, because I recognized the avatar from being in the chat. I'm glad everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. Sometimes here we get into tutorials as well and things like that, specific things like analytics, or we get into playlist talk, or how to do the featured channels collaboration on the front of the page and stuff like that. It depends on how everybody's feeling that day, and if there's different things that come up in conversation while we're going on. Occasionally, I just look at things in another window here as well. When you see me looking off to the side. Let our thing catch up here for a second. When you switch off the, if you're on a live stream like this, you can leave your live stream paused if you want to do a real-time monitor of your chat. The stream doesn't have to be running. The chat will keep going. The only thing is, if you're off tabs or off windows like I just was, then you will find the chat falls behind. That's a new channel, Romaine. So McCoy Gaming, good to see you in here. We do things a little bit differently here at tuberchat, where the idea is everybody wants to connect, but the best idea is always to go first. You make the first move, visit a channel, watch a video, leave a comment, subscribe, then come back here to let them know that you've done that, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. Oh, I got to check that out too, right? Vaughn the Real Gamer, thanks for coming in. And thank you, Kevin King, for reminding everybody to thumbs up if they haven't already. YouTube's doing a lot of glitching today. We're having a lot of messages not coming through the chat. Kevin King, thank you for reminding everybody to thumbs up as well. The Murphy family, thank you so much for becoming a member of tuberchat. So for right now, the first thing I'm going to do is make sure that you get onto the screen right away. Oh, Sandrine, by the way, forgive me. So I'm going to get to the Murphy family in just another quick second here. I'm just going to put your name, the Murphy family, on my wheel for a second. Oh, actually, and you're a silver member. Thank you so much for that. So what that means is that for every live stream, you're going to appear on the wheel when we start the live stream, whether you're here or not. So thank you very much for that. That's for anybody that's a silver member or higher. But thank you for coming in with that. Forgive me because I'm addressing a couple things all at the same time here. So Sandrine, you're a new connection for tuberchat. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I will watch your video in full. I will leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up and I will subscribe. And in that way, I'll make sure that the subscription sticks. And then hopefully you're subscribed to tuberchat as well, and you have our bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But the times change so that we can meet creators from around the world in different time zones. And so next up is the Murphy family. So thank you again for becoming a member. The first thing we're going to do is make sure that your bell is on. And I have to address these couple of things here. I don't know what is going on with YouTube glitching, and so many messages are getting cut. I'm just looking at something in another window here. And forgive me, the Murphy family. I'm going to get back to your channel in just a quick second here. But this is a channel that recently found tuberchat and luckily has come back. So thank you again for becoming a member. The Murphy family obviously has a lot of dynamic content. They are connected with other channels that we very much respect and love as well here at tuberchat. So it's great to have you as part of the family, and it's great to have you around here. What was the recent, so you did a happy birthday just a few days ago. Oh, here's the fruit challenge. Is that the fruit challenge that I'm thinking of that was the most recent? Yes, there's Amanda on your thumbnail. You made a video just for the Hoops Family Network, which is great. So this is obviously a supporter that much love supporting others. And give me one quick second. Hold on just for a second. It's going to take me a second. I'm doing something, but I have to finish.
Of course.
Pardon me for 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, forgive me, everybody. The internet connection looks good, but it seems we're having a couple of glitches here and there. A couple of messages are not coming through a little bit more than usual. Naturally told by Mara, good to have you back. Thank you for coming in. And we've got the Murphy family up here right now. And as I said, I want to assure everybody, I'm not going to change the way that we do the live streams here. Everything is always absolutely going to be free. I use the robot to run the wheel. We're always going to put channels up and see what everybody's doing. The only difference now that TuberChat is monetized in the case of Super Chats and memberships, which we've seen, is we'll just let them skip the line and get onto the wheel or onto the screen right away. But we're not going to hold anything back, and I'm glad that we can all share our knowledge here so that we can all make improvements to our channels, myself included, and get even better as time goes on. And yeah, Michael's Adventures, lots of glitches. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, it's me, Winston. Yes, honey. I have heard a few people talking about that lately. Vern's Junk Closet is our featured channel for today, but she also was talking about, I think it was her, I forget. But either way, some of the channels that we are all intertwined with have been talking about the fact that uploads are taking a lot longer. I noticed that that was happening to me with a couple of the channels that I run uploading videos, but I didn't think much of it. I thought like, okay, that's just, you know, the internet's a little bit slower today than usual, but it's no big deal because I usually always upload in advance, usually days in advance where possible, so that the tags and description and stuff can get deep into the algorithm before the video gets released. So that's a tip for those of you who aren't already doing that. Uploading in advance private and then publishing later or premiering later is good wherever you can possibly do it. But I wondered about those upload times. So we see things all the time between the hours that get lost, the subscribers that get lost, the messages that don't come through, the red lines that show up and don't show up, and this and that. Lots and lots of glitching, but like, pardon me, like I always say, we're taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But we just keep chugging along and everything ends up working out. So the Murphy family, like I said, has been generous, first of all, in super chatting the other day, but secondly, in becoming a member now. So thank you very much. But they are already a very much loved and well-respected member of our extended family, because they have been doing some experiments with a bunch of other channels, with the Hoops Family Network, who is inspirational in the creation of TuberChat as well. They're on vacation right now, or they're heading to vacation. But the Hoops Family Network and them, they had a decent idea, and forgive me because I'm going to paraphrase but not describe it accurately, but a few families got together. You notice these fruit challenge, and there's another one that went on, which was the peanut butter and pickle challenge, I think they did as well. And the idea is that you get together and you get a lot of different people doing a similar video, and then you put them all out at the same time. And what it does is it gives the algorithm a punch, so you all get a little bit of a boost. Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. and Miss Annabello. Yeah, there's lots of Lots of glitching all over the place. Often we've seen it right here when I've been doing live streams. We've seen where we'll go on a channel, and for instance, this red line is where we connected with the Murphy family recently. That's why they have a red line, because I watched that video in full. However, we've had times where you pull a channel up and the red line is not there. Then when you click on the videos tab, then the red line is there. So it's interesting stuff. But it happens all the time. It's part of the world we live in, but we keep going, and eventually everybody gets what they're looking for. So now we're going to look at the essence of Sonia. This is another unbelievably loyal and dedicated supporter. Sonia is back with us. She's a previously featured channel from tuberchat quite some time ago now, actually. But she is back with us early for every live stream. And I appreciate all that Sonia does for us. She's constantly reminding people to share and to thumbs up and things like that as well. She does the featured channels collaboration. I know she's willing to swap playlists. She's almost at 900 subscribers now, and is well on her way. So there's much to be learned from her, as well as the fact that she's such a loyal and dedicated supporter, like I keep talking about. And hopefully everybody's still having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. We're over 80 thumbs up now, so thank you very much, everybody. If you haven't already, please do. Every interaction, like sharing and thumbs up, helps the live stream, pushes us a little bit farther into the algorithm so that we can meet more and more creators, get found easier, and maximize our impact. So if anybody in the chat is willing to swap playlists, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists, and other creators will reach out to you, and you're free to make those arrangements independently, of course. It could be a great way to pump your watch hours up, but as well to get a bit of a friendship started. Once you've traded favors with somebody, you can really see a friendship start to flourish, and you will find yourself favoring those creators and being favored by them as well. It's a great way to give all your videos a jump start. Here's Lift to Eat. I'm not sure if they're still here because they were here so early today. Just have a quick look. The Lift to Eat might be gone, so we'll look at the channel just for a quick second. I'll spin again, and then we'll move on to the next one. Same rule always applies. If you're still here, we put your channel up. But Lift to Eat's been spending quite a bit of time here, so I don't mind looking at their channel for a quick second. And then here's It's Me Wanston Yes Honey, who we know is here with us. It's Me Wanston Yes Honey has been here since the very beginning of tuberchat. As a matter of fact, I believe that they were the very first channel to even come in to a live stream on episode number 1. It's possible they were even here for our test live stream. Walter St. Mad. I wonder if I'm pronouncing that right. Is that what that's meant to be? Walter St. Mad, forgive me. But thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to any creator you'd like to in the chat. The only thing we ask is that you go one by one, take your time, follow the instructions on the bottom of the screen, and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. I wonder if I'm even reading that right. Am I reading that right? Sternad, I see. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. I'd love to be able to feature you properly when you're here. So thank you for clarifying that. But hopefully you feel welcome. Like I said, the way we connect with people here specifically, it is not a sub for sub network, but everybody is expecting to subscribe to your channel. They are also expecting you to subscribe to them. The way that we do that is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat to let them know that you want to connect with them, and then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video of at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. and then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji next to their name of any kind. That lets them know that you have secured that connection the right way, and then say something about the video that you watch so that they can go back and find your comment easily and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. As far as how it's going, it's always good. When I'm here in TuberChat, I am living the dream. So hopefully you're doing well also, and thank you for asking. And hopefully, like I said, you'll meet as many friends and family members as you'd like to here. So that's It's Me Wanston Yes Honey. Kristen is a member of It's Me Wanston Yes Honey, as you can see. So that's an important channel to our family, and I try to spend as much time in Wanston's morning talks as I can. Here's Shay's Journey. Shay's Journey, I hope you're still here. They gave us a super chat today. It just took forever for the wheel to get around to them. Make sure we get that bell on for them as well. And they've got, they started the featured channels collaboration by putting TuberChat on their front page. So, of course, they're on our front page as well. I talk about that collaboration all the time because it's something anybody can do with their channel. And we do it all the time. It's Me Wanston Yes Honey does it. Kristen does it. Lots of other creators in the chat do it. And we're fortunate to be featured on many different creators' channels. So it might be too long for Shay's Journey to still be here, but since they left a super chat, I do want to leave their channel up for a few minutes, and it shows the generosity of that creator. Hopefully everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. I think they've stepped out for today, but it's always great to see generosity among creators, and she's obviously a dynamic creator that's got a lot of interesting content for everybody to connect with as well. Rush Comedy, thanks for coming in. This is your first time with TuberChat, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to any creator that you'd like to in the chat. Just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. Visit people one by one, and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. I'm just looking at something in another window over here. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. So I'm just going to spin the wheel one more time just for fun. Kristen Walton had the luck of being on the wheel for almost the entire live stream and having the wheel spin by again and again and again. This is my love, of course. Kristen and Kira and I live together in Niagara Falls, Canada. Kristen is a member as well as a moderator, of course. But she's got her own channel doing her own thing. She's doing a much better job than I am lately of posting videos frequently. She's doing 2 to 3 per week. And hopefully everybody will connect with her if you haven't already. She also swaps playlists regularly with multiple creators. So if you want to swap playlists, you can reach out to Kristen directly, or you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and you will find other creators reaching out to you to make those arrangements independently. And of course, everybody's free to do that. Sunflower Angel, thank you for coming back in. It's great to have you in the house whenever you're here. So thank you. And like I said, hopefully everybody will connect with Kristen Walton if you haven't already. I'm just going to hop over here for a quick second. Actually, I don't even need to. It's okay. I'm dropping a link in the chat. I'm going to ask everybody if you want to keep connecting with each other. This chat will continue for another few moments. You can clean up your connections. And then we're going to head over to Chase and Chris, which is another channel that's been generous to super chat us a couple of times now. They are connecting and allowing people to connect in their chat the way we're doing right now. And so we can head over there. I'll ask you to say tuberchat raid when you get there, just to let them know that you've come from here. And they've got a handful of people over there, including a couple of familiar faces. So we can continue connecting over there. I will see you there. And then for those of you who want to swap playlists, Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo does it. And then many other creators in the chat do it as well. You can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists, and other creators will reach out to you for the purpose of getting that done. And you're free to make those arrangements independently. So one more time, I'll drop the link to say tuberchat raid over at Jason Chris's channel. And thank you, everybody, for the time that you've spent here. As we grow and follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. So I appreciate every moment that you can spend here at tuberchat. And I will see you over in Chase and Chris's channel in a moment for a tuberchat raid. And thank you again, everybody. And we'll